La página 56, you got some exercises. Excuse me. Got some exercises here. And the first part says, al escuchar, talks about a strategy of listening. When you know what to expect, what kind of information to expect, it's easier to listen. Then you're not guessing so much around you. You can make intelligent guesses as to what these things are. And in this exercise for al escuchar, you've got the audio information, the audio set up with your discs. You can pop them in and listen to Julio and Carmen, who need to make some classroom-related purchases. Listen to the conversation. Mark just the items that they need to buy. Read the list before listening. So read it with me right now. Tablilla de anuncios, cesto de papeles, mochila, reloj, mapas, archivo, tiza, calculadora, carpetas, sacapuntas, bolígrafos, pizarras. And then just listen and see which ones you're going to mark down. Mark down the ones they need. When you finish, you should have marked down every one except for the first one in each column. The first one was tablilla de anuncios on the left and the tiza on the right column. Those are the only two that they did not mention in the conversation. Al conversar, for asking for repetition, there's a few ways you can do that, which you need to do if you get out into the community and start doing some extra credit assignments and talking to people. These words are, and you can repeat them after me, como, perdón, repite, por favor. That's the informal way. Or repita, por favor. Más despacio, por favor. Sorry, slipped into Spain Spanish there for a moment. You would say más despacio, por favor, if you're staying with Latin American pronunciation. Otra vez, por favor. And let's take a look at the very bottom of 56. ¿Qué dice usted? Where it has a few things that you could ask. And we'll go over to page 57 probably too. We've got just enough time for this video. Number 1 says, you ask a friend if he or she wishes to study with you in the library tonight. To wish, to want, desear. Came up under the AR verb explanation. Know those words as well. Even though they're not in the list, the main list of vocabulary, you have to know those words. So if I want to say, would you like to study? Deseas estudiar. Do you wish to study? With me, conmigo, in the library, en la biblioteca, tonight, esta noche. Again, here's where vocabulary comes in handy. If you know all these things up here in your head, it's just a matter of putting them down, and most of them are in the same order as we do them in English. There's not that big of a difference, just minor differences here and there. And ask at what time. How do you say at what time? A qué hora. Number 2, tell a friend when you study and when you work, and also the days you don't work. For example, I could say, yo estudio por la mañana, los lunes, martes y miércoles, y trabajo todo el día, jueves, viernes y sábado. When I don't work, no trabajo los domingos. I don't work on Sundays. Ask about her schedule. ¿Cuándo trabajas? ¿Cuándo estudias? ¿Cuándo no trabajas? ¿Cuándo no estudias? Easy ways to do it. Just when do you do those things? Número 3. Ask your professor how to say a word in Spanish that you don't know. Profesor, ¿cómo se dice something en español? Bolígrafo, pen. ¿Cómo se dice pen en español? And then your teacher would say, se dice bolígrafo, or se dice pluma. Computer. ¿Cómo se dice computer en español, profesor? Se dice computadora. If you're in Latin America, or if you're in Spain, se dice ordenador. Over to page 57, the last 4, 5, and 6 there, just to finish up this exercise. Ask a classmate what his or her address is and give him or her your phone number. ¿Cuál es tu dirección? ¿Cuál es tu domicilio? Both ways to ask for an address. And to give a telephone number, mi número de teléfono es 292-33-40. Number 5, ask your professor if he or she speaks other languages. Now, in the Spanish world, you want to treat him in usted when you talk to your professor, treat respectfully. So, usted habla otros idiomas, or usted habla otras lenguas. Y número 6, your friend thinks he speaks Chinese because he can order Chinese food. Tell him that in that case, you speak Italian. And then for that, you want to go back to the dialogue. See if you're looking for something specific here. When her friend did that, en ese caso, in that case, you're looking for that specific phrase. You say, well, bueno, en ese caso, yo hablo italiano. pizza, raviolis, pasta, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and have a good time with that.